My name's Jeremy, I'm from London. I had heart trouble and had a heart bypass operation. And as a result of that, I went on to a regime of annual checkups by my GP. And it was those that led to discovering ultimately that I had vasculitis. My GP saw the blood test results show the loss of kidney function. And that meant that she said she wanted me to see a kidney consultant, a renal consultant, to investigate that further. I did actually develop a rash on one of my legs, to which I paid no attention because it didn't cause me any difficulty. I did nothing about it. But subsequently I realised that was a very important sign that there was vasculitis there. When the GP saw me and said she'd refer me to a kidney consultant, the total time taken to identify that I had vasculitis was about 10 months. That wasn't because of any confusion or any doubt about what I might have. That was simply the time delays that are built in to see a consultant, for him to do further tests. The initial treatment was, as the consultant explained, to hit it hard in order to try and push it into remission. And then after that, they would put me on what they call a maintenance therapy to keep it in remission. They're not treating the vasculitis because they don't know what causes vasculitis. What they do know is that it works through the immune system, which is overactive, and it starts attacking possible organs in your own body. So the trick is to suppress your immune system so that it doesn't attack you. The first treatment, firstly, was chemotherapy, or cyclophosphamide is the term for it. I was then put onto this maintenance therapy, which was a drug called azathioprine. And with the azathioprine, it was designed to try and prevent the vasculitis flaring up, as they call it. And the outcome was that it flared up about once or twice a year after that. And when it did flare up, the treatment was to be put onto steroids for, hopefully, a short time. In 1 year, it had flared up about 5 times. And he was concerned that this was giving me too much steroids, because a lot of steroids can be very damaging. So he concluded that the azathioprine was no longer working effectively as a maintenance therapy, and he recommended that we switch to something called rituximab. This seemed to work, and the flare-ups of the vasculitis reduced down to once or twice a year. It was working very, very well. All until about 3 weeks ago, when I got a flare, and it didn't clear itself within a few days. It just wouldn't go away. So I spoke to my consultant, and he said, right, we'll start taking some steroids again. Well, I'm very, very lucky it doesn't. Unlike many people who have vasculitis, who can have some most appalling effects to live with, of pain and all sorts of nasty things, it hasn't affected me at all. The main advice would be to make sure that you get the maximum possible information from the consultant, precisely what sort of vasculitis you have, what's the purpose of the treatment that he or she is proposing to give you, understand the possible side effects, and just be confident. Do have a look there's a very excellent website called Vasculitis UK, which is worth looking at. Gives you all sorts of reliable information about vasculitis, and whatever the case, just keep positive.